Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And with Guns N' Roses set to kick off their European tour in a matter of hours, there's a bunch of information coming in that I wanted to talk about. So there's a bunch of info about the rehearsals that happened yesterday, about Slash helicoptering into Slane at the actual venue. And then I've also got some cool pictures and videos that some of you folks have sent me from the actual show today, as well as some rehearsal footage and some VIP behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to talk about all of that in today's video. And if any of you are going to any of the European dates coming up or North America tour dates and want to send me stuff, feel free to do so. I really appreciate it. It's nice having all these reporters out in the field. So without further ado, let's get started with today's news. So we got some social media posts from Melissa Reese. She was at the Slane grounds, basically just taking some photos. And then we've also got some fan photos with Duff McKagan. He was around Dublin yesterday, and there's even some videos posted by his wife just showing them walking around Dublin. And it seemed like most people didn't recognize who he was because he was pretty, obscure, wearing a hat and sunglasses and stuff. And then we've got some lithographs from the Dublin show. So this is a pretty cool looking one. I know a lot of people in the GNR community collect these and have been trying to get them at every show. And some shows they have really good ones, and some shows they don't have very good ones. And we've also got a social media post by Kat Benzova, who's Guns N' Roses photographer. So it looks like there's going to be a documentary coming up about her, and they interview different bands she's worked with, and Slash is interviewed for it, Steven Tyler's interviewed for it. I think some members of the Dead Daisies are interviewed for it, as well as they'll probably interview the people from AC/DC as well. So she's on tour with them right now. Let's go into our next piece of news. I want to give a big shout out to my subscriber Steven. He's going to the Slane Castle show and he sent me some photos. So these are some of the items you can buy from the actual merch tent. And then he was also nice enough to send me some behind the scenes stuff at the actual VIP bar as well. We've also got another video online from Facebook, which I've linked to down below. It's basically just a quick little tour of the actual grounds where Guns N' Roses are going to be performing, and you can see some of the other tents that are set up around the actual venue. Now, let's talk about the rehearsals. So it looks like Axl showed up to the rehearsals yesterday, and we do know that there was a time was sound-checked. Kyocera and the Rye was sound-checked. I'm going to show you a clip of Rocket Queen being sound-checked, and supposedly Black Hole Sun was sound-checked, but I don't know if it was Guns N' Roses playing it, or whether it was just the song being played over loudspeakers, or whether somebody else like Mark Lanigan was sound-checking. But here's a little snippet of the actual sound-check as well. And this is another photo he sent me today, just taken from the Slane grounds. It's a pretty wet day today. There's a lot of rain, so hopefully things clear up by the time Guns take the stage. And I believe they've got 3 opening acts coming today. So I think the fact that, Guns are rehearsing some new songs and Axl showing up, I think we're going to see a slightly changed set list with some more songs added. They may be songs we've heard before in the last year, but maybe there'll be songs they haven't played a whole lot, like There Was a Time or Kyocera and the Rye. And then we've got a lot of write-ups in the Irish newspapers, as well as online websites too, reporting news. So this is something that Stephen was nice enough to send me, just some write-up in one of the Irish newspapers. And then there was probably one of the more interesting stories that I never heard before about the Slane Castle gig that Guns did back in 1992. So it was about how a genius farmer saved the day the last time Guns N' Roses played Slane Castle. So I've linked to the article down below. But as you guys know, it's almost 25 years since Guns played Slane Castle. And basically, Noel Doherty was a two-way radio enthusiast, and he farmed a 50-acre holding at Kilmore House. So when the techies at Slane failed to reboot the silent sound system, Noel was sent for, and a Garda escort whisked him away to Lord Henry's amphitheater. So with little fuss and maximum efficiency, he had everything up and running in minutes, and the residential farm belonging to the hero of Slane 92 is now for sale by the executor auction with a guide price of €675,000. And yeah, there's a lot more to the article if you guys want to know about the actual piece of land that's for sale. But I had never really heard this story before. Maybe some of you have. You can let me know. Let's go into our next piece of news. So at the time of recording this, it looks like Slash and Duff are already at the venue. In fact, Slash live streamed on Facebook of him and Duff flying into Slane on helicopter. So it's a pretty long video. I've linked to it, but here's a little snippet of it.
should